Audrey Hepburn. I mean, it's always blown my mind that you haven't actually played her yet. Is it something you would do?
Yes, it's something that I mean, I love her. There is no ever replicating her, but she is someone that I've grown up admiring, and I love her. I think those were two, because Roman Holiday, there's like an essence of her the entire time. Because if you're here, how can you not, you know? So yeah, you got it.
So what was it like filming those kind of scenes around Rome? You know, the Vespa. I imagine you had to go around quite a few...
We went around so many times, which was funny because then tourists, of course, are noticing that there's this massive machine with a, you know, and then a car with a Vespa attached to it, and then we are going on an actual Vespa, but then there's also the transport vehicle. So like, what are they filming? And then once they figured out it was our show, it was fun. It was really also surreal because you're going around the Colosseum and everything in Rome is beautiful and ancient, and I was pinching myself. But it was amazing to be able to explore another city. I'd been to Paris before the show, so playing a character who was coming to it fresh was a character, whereas this time I've been to Rome but never fully explored or been here for a long period of time, so it was a whole new adventure, but genuinely for me as well. And it was more of a vacation mode for Emily, which I was happy for her. I was like, you go girl, you get a little vacay. I'm very excited, but of course I'm also nervous, and it's a whole new world for me. I did theater as a kid, but this is something I've been dreaming of my whole life, and the West End is the West End. But it really feels just surreal, and I love my team that we're working with. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful script, and theater is one of a kind. I love the Duke of York and our director and Alvaro, and yeah, it's a wonderful, wonderful group.
So that's Lily in Barcelona.
Basically, yes, it's yeah, exactly.
Working out all the
different cities around Europe. It's all about timing as well, because doing theater is something I've always wanted to do, but it is a time commitment that when you're doing something like Emily in Paris, that is also the biggest time commitment. It's making sure that it fits in at the right time, but it also isn't just about that, it's the project. When I read Barcelona, I went, this is it, and how do I make this happen? What time do we have? How do we make it happen with the theater? You know, so it was a bit of a Tetris type of thing, but to me, it's a different medium, it's a different skill set, it's a different experience. And something that I will say this season, because the show is more known, the Emily in Paris, when you're out and about in the streets, it does become a bit of live theater, because you can't control people watching all the time. And so sometimes there are scenes when you're near my apartment building, or you're in Rome, or you're in the mountains skiing, where there's hundreds of people that just show up to watch. And so it is a bit like theater. You are performing for an audience that weirdly doesn't know the storyline, though. So it's a little bit the same and a little bit different, because you don't want, it's like, but you won't see this for a few months, so please don't spoil it. Whereas with theater, it's in the moment. But it did give me a bit more confidence, and understanding of performing in front of a large crowd this year. So it just ironically happened to be the year that I would then be doing theater right after.